and how spiritual roles operate so that we can be able to align ourselves in the kingdom. I know giving has been a big challenge because of manipulation, because of misuse of resources that are given into the work of God. But I believe that we can do nothing but the truth and for the truth. Praise the name of the living God. Lazima tujue ya kwamba hakuna kitu naweza kufanya. Because hata kama kuna noti counterfeit, hata kama kuna spares counterfeit, hauwezi kusema sasa zile original tuziondoe. Lazima wewe mwenyewe uendelee kupambanua kile ambacho Mungu amekusudia katika maisha yako ya kutoa. Mimi naweza kusema katika maisha yangu ya imani na kutembea na Mungu, one of the most important spiritual practices in my life has been prayer, seconded by giving. Praise the name of the living God. Those have been my two priorities, most important spiritual practices in my life. My prayer life is number one. My giving is number two. Praise the name of the living God. And these are things I have not just learned from men and from hearing sermons. These are things I have been taught by the Holy Spirit. The Holy Spirit taught me how to pray. God has spoken to me about prayer. Praying even for the nation. Ruling the nation on our knees. God has taught me so much about prayer. And I cannot ignore prayer in my life. The Holy Spirit, from when I was a young believer, started to teach me how to deal with evil foundations in my life. How to deal with stubborn barriers and limitations in my life. And I have seen the effectiveness of prayer removing stubborn barriers and limitations in my life. Praise the name of the living God. Number two is giving. I have said that in my walk with God, I have not been taught to give sacrifices by men. Yes, I have received sermons about giving and offering sacrifices. But the sacrifices that I offered from when I was a young believer, I was led by the Spirit of God to give. And this was specific giving. Kuelekezwa, utatoa hii, chukua hii TV peleka kanisani. Nanunua ingine kubwa, naambiwa TV na VHS na cabinet yote, chukua pelekea mtumishi fulani wa Mungu. Naenda kununua gari Dubai, nimekaa kwa kiti nataka kulipa, naambiwa hiyo pesa usinunue gari. Narudi hapa Kenya, naambiwa hiyo pesa weka kununua uwanja wa kanisa. So haya sio mambo naweza kusema ya kwamba tu nimefundishwa na sermons. Na kwa hivyo mimi ningetaka uelewe kuna kiwango hauwezi kujitoa hata katika maisha yako ya maombi kama hauna ufunuo wa maombi, because you cannot rise above the revelation that you have. If prayer in your life is just because the pastor said you pray, if prayer in your life is just because there is a prayer program, that will not be
one of
enough.
The ways that Satan hijacks people is by connecting them to the spirit of the grave, using the face of dead people that people have. You have no business. Hear me. There is the spirits of just men made perfect, but there is the spirit of death using the faces of men. Anybody visiting you, any stranger manipulating you, coming in your dreams, coming in your sleep, using the faces of people, saying let us go, let us go. I cut you away from them right now. I cut you away from them right now. I cut you away from them right now. Hear me. Let me pray for every parent here. The spirit that says you will not reap from your children, that with your own hands you will bury your children, I stand by the God who called me and I declare the spirit of untimely death is caused from your children. Caused from your children. You will not sit down thinking your child is in school, then they will send you an evil report. Listen, I'm not trying to play with your emotions. We are dealing with serious things here. Do you know, I remember a time, sometime in Jos, when they said, you know, children go to play around the river or so during Christmas, and one gentleman just went there and that was it. Just drowned in a river. I forbid that from your children. Sickness, accidents, and manipulating the realm of the spirit and just taking people away. You see, let me give you, sit down please, sit down.